There is no telling exactly what time of year it was back in 1850 when a pretty young teenage girl boarded a steamboat about to set sail through the Chesapeake and Delaware Canal. But we have a few opinions on when it should have been.
Yeah, Valentine's Day would have been perfect for the love story that's been dubbed Love Sails Along the C&D Canal. And sharing that story with us is, of course, Jim Duffy, author of Secrets of the Eastern Shore. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Throwback Thursday.
Happy next week, Valentine's week.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay,
All right.
let's talk about this Lear Green. It's a story that actually starts in Baltimore, right?
It starts in Baltimore, yeah. So it's a little far afield for us, but it crosses our peninsula for 16 hours, and it's a love story, and it's that time of year.
Perfect.
All right. So there's a guy in Baltimore named William Adams. He's a free black guy, and he's a barber. And he falls head over heels for an 18-year-old, pretty, round-faced girl named Lear Green. And he proposes. And Lear Green says, no. She's enslaved. And her thinking, you know, the legal status of children goes through the mother in those days.
Okay.
And so she loves William Adams, but she declines to marry him because she doesn't want to bear children who are going to be born into slavery.
Okay, all right, well, that
She
makes
doesn't want to
sense.
do that. William Adams is not the kind of person to take no for an answer.
Oh.
All right. He calls his mother. Now imagine your son calling you with this idea. She lives up in New York. She's a free black, and William Adams is a free black person. And says, Mom, I got a favor to ask of you. Can you come down to Baltimore? She comes down to Baltimore. She buys a ticket on a steamship, and she boards that steamship with a big old sailor's crate. And she puts her son's true love in that sailor's crate.
He put her in the crate?
She put the
She
mother-in-law,
put her
the
in
future
crate.
mother-in-law,
Right.
put her in the
Lear.
crate to travel across the Chesapeake Bay and up the Elk River and across the C&D Canal. And she's really putting her life on the line, because if you get caught as a free black person helping an enslaved black person escape, you can get sold into slavery or put in jail or lots of things. So she's really putting herself on the line. And the steamship is like, it's more like a cargo ship than it is a passenger ship.
Okay.
So she has kind of a general admission ticket, and she's like wandering around during this journey trying to find that crate in mid all the luggage and cargo.
Oh my.
She finds it, and she undoes the rope and opens it up just to see if the poor little girl is still breathing. Now, we never got an account from Lear Green about what her experience was, but there was another guy named William Peel who did this same kind of thing. And he said the first thing that happened was he got a terrible cramp in his leg. And he's just all curled up, and he can do nothing about it. And then he had this feeling of like exhaustion and cold, and he was convinced that he was going to die. His journey lasted 16 hours, I think, and Lear Green's lasted 18 hours.
Oh, no.
In this crate, yes.
Did she make it?
She did. She gets to Philadelphia. They put her on a wagon drawn by horses through town. She goes to a friend's house, a family friend's house, and she ends up with the famous Underground Railroad conductor up there, William Still. And he's the one who undoes the crate and let her. And I gotta tell you, William Still was just blown away by this woman, talking about how beautiful she was and what a mix of, I think it was elegance and grace that she had, and said that like all us people who are doing this work on the Underground Railroad, what we're doing is nothing compared to this woman's love for her freedom and her boyfriend and all that. She meets up with William Adams again up in upstate New York. They do get married. I wish that I could say that they had a long, happy life together. We don't know why, but 3 years later, Lear Green passed away.
Oh.
So they only had 3 years together. So it has that kind of little sadness to it, but I'm thinking with Valentine's Day coming, there's a little message in that too about, you know, whether it's father-daughter, mother-son, husband-wife, boyfriend-girlfriend, boyfriend-boyfriend, girlfriend-girlfriend, whatever it is, just let's cherish the time that we have together. Life is short.
All right. Now you're just getting warmed up.
Absolutely.
Something's happening on Saturday. What's happening
Oh,
on
that's
Saturday?
right. Something happens on Saturday. This is kind of a warm-up because on Saturday I'm going to be in Frankfort, Delaware at 11 o'clock at the library there, telling stories about the Underground Railroad on the Delmarva Peninsula. And it'll last for about an hour, and it's free. And it'll be all
Wonderful.
good.
So this is just a taste. This is the appetizer
Appetizer, exactly.
of what Jim Duffy can do.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that reminder.
Always.